Welcome to ymchannel. What is going on with Tesla? Can we buy more now or should we sell now because we are at the previous peak? Today, I will give you the money chart and also the daily chart and the exact strategy, how to buy, how to sell. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. Without your like, I don't have the motivation to upload more videos. So click like right now. So now we look at monthly chart. By the way, this is only for education purpose, okay? You learn first and then you earn, okay? So now we look at monthly chart, Tesla. So this red line is my exclusive indicator called YM Club Fast. This line, they track very fast. When they change the trend, this is our action time, such as here, here, here. Remember, this is monthly chart. So we use a super fast term trend line to tell you where is the beginning of the bull market, such as here, such as here. Where is the bear market? Here is the start of the bear market. Is it clear? When they change the direction, they tell you this is a change of the trend. Number one. So the first thing, we are still in the upward trend and we stay above the red. This is a very strong signal, okay? Number two, if you don't have, let's say you don't have my indicator, you can look at this triangle. We already go above this triangle. And some people will be so panicked about this week because we are approaching the previous peak on our weekly chart. And I will go in a minute to tell you, should we sell right now? Because we are at the previous peak right now. So before that, I want you to look at this indicator first. YM cheapest. This is institution holding, so it's very healthy. A red line represent institution, and this is average, okay? And this is important. YM big buy to tell you big volume trade, especially for monthly chart and weekly chart. This is a very, very important indicator to tell you you need to be careful, okay? First thing, the average is going upward, so it's very healthy. But another thing is, look at the peak here. The peak, okay, we just look at compared to this indicator, compared to the stock price, compared to the money. The money coming in is less than the previous peak. Can you see that? The peak is lower, but the price is going up. So you need to be careful because it means the money coming in is getting weak, although it's not turning downward, but still we need a very high, when we have a strong resistance here, you need a high momentum or high push to push it forward. Okay, otherwise it will get flat or get a bit slow. We want something like this, like a big up in a short term time. So for example, here, you see the money going up, 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 and they go above the previous peak. You see this peak, this money peak. Okay, we want something like that. Now, not yet. That's why it's getting slow. That's why it's so slow instead of this. Okay, this when they change the direction of the trend, basically the first candle 30%, the second candle 5%, and then another 26%, and then another 55%. So we want something like that. This moment, when they change the trend, okay, we have 33%, and then 2.2, 2.6, and then -5, and then 11%. But it's not exciting like the previous peak because the money is not catching up. The money is reducing, okay? This one you need to be cautious. I pay more attention. But still, this is not an action signal. There's no action signal for us yet. So now we look at the weekly chart. By the way, I have one ultimate weapon for you guys. I have a new indicator called YM up and down. So I will show you in the end of this video. So weekly chart is going up, so it's healthy. This is going above zero soon. It's not yet closed the candle, but if they go above this zero, this is a very good trend. This tell you the money, okay? And when is the institution coming? Many people ask me. On weekly chart is this green candle. So you here they have a bunch of institution buying, bunch of institution buying, bunch of institution buying. On weekly chart, they're buying, okay? And usually when they buy here, okay, they're not waiting for 10% or 20% or 30% of profit. They're waiting much more, especially on weekly chart and monthly chart. Usually it's easily more than double, easily. So for example, here around, even I'm not saying this area, I'm saying this area. The buying price is around 200. The highest is like around 200 to 172. So for weekly chart, they wait for such a long time, or monthly chart, they wait for such a long time. They're not aiming for 10% profit. They're aiming for more than double. When it's more than double, and basically they will reduce, they will get the capital out, and they let the profit run. They let the profit going, continue to go. Okay, so now we go back to the daily chart. More important is, should we sell right now? Many people ask me. By the way, again, YM chip entry is one very special indicator, very exclusive. They tell you where institution come in, where institution come in, where institution come in. So you don't need to be worried. You don't need to learn how to draw those trend line, support line, resistance. If, let's say, you don't have my indicator, you can draw this trend line to buy for weekly chart. When they touch this trend line and the fresh green candle, this is your time to buy. Okay? Because they basically hit the with support. But let's say you don't have this kind of time to check the trend line, you don't know the volume very well, you don't know the pattern very well. You just look at this indicator. We buy with the institution. Is it clear? Okay. Now what is going on? Now, first thing, do we need to sell? The first thing we look at the trend. Blue line is regular trend line. From downward trend, basically it's getting flat. Okay, so it means this small pull back is done. Now it's sideways. But another thing, we go to the red. The red is fast trend line. It's very fast for very short-term investor. So you buy here. Do we have a sell signal? You sell here and you buy back here. This is a super long-term trend line, the purple one. The purple, we buy when they change the direction, which is here. The first time they go above, you add because you have the institution come in. And then you buy again when they change the direction. And then you hold it. You can add your position when they touch the purple and serve as a support. Okay? And we use institution holding as a reference here also. So all the way going up, here they pull back. Why they pull back? Do you know why they pull back? Because they want to shake the individual out. Why do they want to shake the individual out? So they can get more shares. They can get more stock. Okay, so now the price basically, since they come in, the institution holding going upward again. Okay, so do we need to sell right now? So far, do we have indicator? Do we have any signal to sell? No, because I know many people panic when they get so high. Oh my God, it is the previous peak. Should we buy? Should we sell? 99% of the people, they will sell. Okay, but this moment, I tell you already, we don't need to be worried. Okay, and I want you to look at weekly chart also, because the last yellow candle, this yellow candle is OBOS. It means overbought, oversold. Yellow mean risk. Okay, so purple mean safe to buy. Purple mean is oversold. This is overbought. Okay, purple it mean is low enough to add your position. Okay, so now the last yellow candle is critical. Once we go above it, remember this candle is not yet confirmed. Today we are just Monday, so relax. Okay, you guys relax. Don't wow. Okay, let's buy everything all in. We never do that. Okay, because this candle is not yet confirmed. Remember, this yellow when we under is resistance. When we above this become a strong support. For example, here before this yellow, this is the last yellow, right? And we try to go above, but nothing go above until here. So the yellow change to this yellow. And now if this candle confirm, they will have a very, because there's no more no more strong resistance anymore. So they will go up very fast. Okay. So far everything is good. Okay. People ask me, do we have any okay, this I have one very good indicator called YM Club up down. Okay, they tell you up and down. That's it. Okay, but again, I am not selling as as a single indicator because I want you to use the money checking here and also YM chip entry here. Okay, this is a very good indicator. YM down, up down, basically is a very new indicator. I'm still testing it, but it come with the old indicator. Okay, so if you have subscribed to our existing package, the whole bundle, you will have this for free. Okay, I'm always selling as a bundle. I don't want to sell you one by one. It doesn't make sense. So they tell you right away, this is a down. They start the downtrend, the down. They start the uptrend, the up, and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up, and down again, up again. So far, we don't have any signal. Again, this signal is just as a reference, okay? They don't tell you exactly the top, exactly the bottom. So every single indicator, and every single stock, you need to check, does it really good with this indicator, okay? Because this is a quite AI technology to tell you up, down, up, down. And sometimes it's not telling you. For Tesla, it work really well. For example, daily chart. And for example, this is weekly chart. For example, here, right? So they tell you the down is on this candle, on this candle, this candle. And then afterward, it's really long-term downward. It's because it's weekly chart. But they're not telling you right away at the peak. Look at here, like here, they tell you down. So when the down happen, after that, you don't buy the stock. That's it. You buy when there is an up. You consider to buy, sorry. You consider to buy, there is an up signal. This is not a signal to tell you, hey, buy, sell, hey, buy, sell. No, you need to do more, look at the money, okay, look at the money, look at the trend. But this is a very good reference to tell you, hey, downward trend now, don't buy anything. Okay, again, this is not suggestion, but this is not financial advice. This is only an education. I tell you how to use this indicator. Okay, so this is a down as a reference. This is a downward trend. This is a up. This is an upward trend. That's it. So monthly chart. Down is here, up is here, and then we don't have other data. This indicator, the only bad side of this indicator is they don't calculate the historical data. Okay, they stop because there's a lot of calculation. So I want to show you a bit more. For example, Google. We just testing, right? So we just testing for each indicator. For some very new stock, this indicator may not working really well. So for example, monthly chart, this is down, you don't buy anything. And this is up. And hello, this is all the way up. They don't show you any downtrend yet. Okay. And how about weekly chart? Of course, actually, you know what? With my other indicator, you can do the same. So uh, it's the same. You sell here and you reduce everything here. You buy here and you change direction, you buy more. Okay, here down. Okay, this confirm down, and then you basically you reduce. When they change direction, you sell everything, and then they up again. You see this up? This up is after this, after 5 more weeks, they show you another candle. This is the low bottom. So basically, after this indicator, you may consider to buy. Okay, but when does it really change the trend? It's here. It's here. Okay, and if you think, oh, it's so late, so delayed to see the change in the trend, look at the money. Look at when the institution come in. Institution always come in the low price because they're the one to change the trend. They're the one to stop dropping, stop the price to drop too long. Okay, so is it clear? Is it cool? If you like this indicator, click like right now. And this indicator is very exclusive. And I haven't, this is my first time launch this indicator here. For example, this is daily chart for Google. Up is here. Up is here. Down is here. So how cool is that? You have all sort of indicator. Again, when it's too long ago, they stopped calculating because it's a lot of more they calculate is more the process, slower the process. So it take longer time. So that's why I only control how many candle they calculate. That's it. We don't calculate for too long. S&P 500, does it have the index? The index they still have. Okay, the index for, oh yeah, sorry. My drawing is horrible. This down, this up, this down, this up. So far is up. Okay, daily chart. How about weekly chart? Down, up. Okay, so each indicator, no, sorry, this indicator for each stock, you need to see, does it work really well? Okay, for weekly chart or for daily chart or for monthly chart in the history. If it work well, then it's good. That is good. For very new stock or for some very monopoly stock, you need to be careful. This indicator may not work very well. Okay? So this is the update today. If you like this indicator, leave me a comment below. So I will launch this indicator before Christmas, basically. So more people subscribe to the indicator bundle, I will launch it faster. And if you think this is helpful, give me a like and give me a comment also. And I see you in the next video. Bye.